Hello everyone and welcome back. Hello, how are you? How is everybody doing today? May the 4th be with you all. First time joining a stream, awesome. Howdy hey, it's not really my thing to say that, but okay. There you go, that microphone was extra crooked. That's better. Just bought Garon Milky Yellows, feeling good, like you should. Those are awesome. Okay. So, let me make sure I press record. Let me make sure I have everything set, which I do. Hippio confirmed. Maybe, perhaps, no. That's not my thing. What are we building today? Alright, exclamation mark build. That's the plan. How long does a stream normally take? It is about 2 hours, or at least that's the goal. I'm not speed running anything. Just taking my time because, you know, I've realized something. Is that I mess up a lot. Like a lot. You know, I think that's because I go too fast. So from now on, the lesson that I've learned is that I need to go slow. I need to take my time. So that's the plan. If it takes 2 hours, if it takes 2 hours and a half, who knows? It is what it is. Yeah, I have a Go XLR. It's got my sensor button. It's got my mute button in case I need to cough or whatever. So this is the plan. I'm building the NK87 today. I've got it in a big box. NK87 is a big box. All TKLs apparently are in really big boxes. And I've got my bag of switches with me and potential keycaps. We're gonna vote on the keycaps. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet for the keycaps. What switches do I use for all my builds? I typically change it up. Typically, I do. Yeah, lots of imposters on Instagram. I feel like whenever you do a giveaway, that always happens. Screeny man, clones are up to you, man. I personally will not buy them, but whatever you buy, like, that's up to you. I'm totally okay with whatever you decide to buy. You're finally in the stream. Welcome, welcome. I've speedrun keyboards before. They end up like disasters. I don't think I'm gonna do that again. I'm done with that. So here's a big box. Let's see if I could even zoom out enough. Maybe like this. Camera's like sort of weird today. A bomb pop caper. Thank you for the prime. That's 2 months. Let's go. So NK87, it's in a nice black box. It's actually a really scary box because when I took this box out of the box it came in, it just fell and it almost crushed my biggest toe. It's dangerous. Okay. It's a beautiful box, NK87. It's like a beautiful box, but not really. Because you basically just slide it like this. And there's no like friction or anything because it's pretty heavy. So it'll just fall out. It's dangerous. So it's like a diagonal piece with another diagonal piece. You may think that it's friction fit. I would like it to have more friction. But if you buy the NK87 and you unbox it, just be careful. You also have these two things that are really tight in there. Yeah, big toe is an important toe. Everything's crooked. Okay, no more crookedness. So we got your little accessory boxes. Obviously, this one's a switch puller, a keycap puller, and a cable. And I will unbox that after. Well, I guess it makes more sense to do accessories first, or else my desk gets really messy. So nice blue Novel Keys branded switch puller. I'll just put that back in because I don't plan on using it anyways. And then on this side, wrapped in a nice Ziploc bag, a keycap puller. I'm just gonna also wrap that up. And in the other one, the coiled cable. Now, I didn't read the product description too well. I'm not sort of the same coil cable that comes with the entry edition on the NK65. It's plastic, it's coiled, it's USB-C. It'll do the job done. It'll get the job done. But I've grown up. I think I used to really like coiled cables. But nowadays, I'm much more of a straight cable person. They're just easier to use. It doesn't matter if your keyboard's USB port is on the left side, the right side, or in the middle. It's just so much easier to have a straight cable. But coil cables are still cool if that's your thing. I'm gonna put this back in the box. Just slide this back. Coil cables take up a lot of space. They truly do. And then depending on your keyboard, like, okay, take this for example. Like a coil cable would look terrible on this keyboard. It just wouldn't make sense whether it goes to the right or the left, or if it's this long or this long. Like, it just is so difficult. So straight cable it is. Oh, I had it the wrong way. So no carrying handle. Something is definitely moving in there, so it's not super duper secure. But here it is. And there is a card. Keyboard assembly. Scan that QR code if you need help. Oh, that's sort of cute. A nice thank you note. Proper care and maintenance. Put that card back in. We forgot the drum roll. Oh no. So I have watched some reviews, some builds of this. And I noticed that the stabilizers are gonna need to be redone. But I mean, well, let's check out the stabilizers when they're stock. I'll probably, well, it's TK also. I'll get keycaps and put in some switches. We don't need a drum roll. We'll test 3 at a time. I only have 3 switches laying around. Very minimal board. Like super simple angles. USB port on the right side, but not too far to the right. Super simple. And the feet are pretty nice. They extend all the way. I wonder if they're glued. Yes, they are glued on there. The ends here are a little bit higher than the middle. Alright, let's put some switches in and test some keycaps or test stabilizers. I think they're gonna need to be redone anyways. I also got some different stabilizers, but these, the plate looks super tight, so I'm not sure if they'll fit. Is there a solder option? I don't think there is. So this isn't the final keycap set. I'm gonna have to figure out the final keycap set when we're done modding everything. This is temporary. They're barely passable. Let's try it out. That's the wrong side. Ooh, yeah, you're right. Okay, that's the right side of stabilizers. Okay, backspace and enter are like okay. Right shift is not okay. Your ears hurt. Was it too loud? Get my own tools here. Pulling out keycaps with switches is annoying. Yeah, it happens a lot. Please don't be tight. Okay, so right shift needs some help. Enter and backspace are okay. Is the Wuche switch puller my favorite? Yeah, it's like, it's the slimmest. It fits everywhere. You're not gonna focus? It fits everywhere and you don't really have to worry about it like hitting the edges. Oh, this switch is jank. It's super sturdy. Yeah, I really like the way it looks. They said you could find it on Amazon. And you can also buy it separately from their website. I'm just fixing the legs. Not perfect, but it'll do. Okay, spacebar, please sound decent. It's 7U, isn't it? Is it 7U? Is it 7U? It is 7U. Nice. That means I have to go and look for it. Seven U. Please sound good. It's got some ticking on the left side, so that'll have to be redone. And then left shift. That's got some ticking on the right side, so that'll have to be. I'll just do all of them. It's fine. We'll do all of them. Gotta make sure things are exceptional. And then put back my 7U. Okay, stabilizer tests complete. They need work, which means I could either, there's two options. I could either clean up the switches that comes with it, or the stabilizers that comes with it, or I could ditch them and be like, I'm just going to use my own. So those are my two options. Oh no, do you have to take it apart, like pull off the feet? I need guide. We always need guide. NK87 aluminum edition. Hidden screw design. Okay, it looks like I don't need to remove the feet then. Alright, that shouldn't be too bad. I mean, this one's using TTC bluish silver. That's what that's using. It's mostly the board that's making that sound. That's my belief. If I were to replace the stabilizers, I'll probably use these. I honestly don't remember. I think these are Duroc. I buy stabilizers so much nowadays that I don't remember what brand they are. Plate and PCB are top mounted. Plate and top are screwed into bottom case through the plate. What are we using? We're using star-shaped something. The stabs are not plate mounted. Yeah, the stabs are not plate. The stabs are PCB mounted. Too big. What about this one? Too small. What about this one? Perfect. As someone who has no idea how to build a keyboard, this makes zero sense. I'm mainly taking apart the keyboard. Every keyboard has their own like method of taking it apart. It just depends on the keyboard, but usually there's a guide. Like if you just look at my screen, there's a, wow, this is big as heck. Okay. There's usually a guide, so it tells you where all the screws are, it tells you what you need to remove, and then you can take it apart that way. What do you mean by my main keyboard? You mean this one here? Or like what I actually use on the day-to-day? Yoltz Mano, thank you so much for the Prime. Right here. The one here, this is a NK87 built yesterday with TTC bluish silvers. Okay, there we go. Taken apart, that was easy enough. We've got this thing down here. They call this, what do they call this? A shock absorber? No, they call this a muffle mat. This is called a muffle mat. Naoki's trademarked muffle mat right there. I'm pretty sure it's a silicone dampening layer, but it's a muffle mat. Don't get it wrong, okay? Look right there. Okay, right there. Muffle mat, trademarked. Don't forget. Bluish though, it's I guess bluish white. They're all the same to me. TTC bluish white. Oh wait, is it bluish? I don't think it's bluish white then. TTC silver. It could be TTC. Okay, here's the switch. It is bluish white. Is it? No. Is it gold blue? It's these. It's speed silvers. This is the switch that's in my NK87. Speed silver. I got it wrong because I had a blue housing. How confusing. How confusing. The gamer switch, yeah. They give you two. They give you one on the bottom here, and then there's one between the plate and PCB. So I don't need access to the bottom case. I need access to the stabilizers. That is super confusing. So back to the guide. Bluish white or tactile? Yeah, so I'm talking about speed silvers. Okay, inserting switches and whatever. Removing plate and PCB. Got screws all around here. And what kind of screws are they? I hope they're just this. They're just the same, so I don't need a new screwdriver. And they're magnetic. And they're the same size as the other screws, so I don't need to separate my screws. Convenience at its finest. There's a lot of screws here. A half silent switch. If I were to get one of those, it would be for, I guess it would be, so if I wanted a certain sound, like if I wanted the bottom out sound and not the top collect or the upstroke sound. I'm pretty sure Randy's like explained it to me. That's not right. Star Wars keyboard? No, no Star Wars keyboard. Lately, I've been looking for a nice 75% keyboard, but right now it seems like what's most popular is 65% and TKL. Last one. Separating the PC. Oh no, you didn't get to see me screw any of that. That's awkward. How do you remove? Mode, very hyped up. Mode's too expensive for me. Okay, so these silicone things are called shock absorbers. Okay, shock absorbers. Yeah, I'm changing my game, you know. Instead of doing anything group buy stuff, I'm gonna do mostly in stock or pre-order or available but first come first serve kind of things instead. Happy birthday, Taco. So shock absorbers, they've got that. Put that to the side too. And now I just need to separate the plate from the PCB. And there's two screws that do that. One here and one there. And it's a Phillips screw. Surprise! They absorb the shock, so remove them for more shock. I don't think that's what they intended. Let me go back to the sales page. That shock absorbers, also trademarked, 8 silicone strips between plate and top case. I don't think they mean that it absorbs the shock. I think they mean that it absorbs the vibration. So maybe there's a misunderstanding here. That it's what they chose to name it. So I need a Phillips screw. Hope pricing is more compelling. It's just really expensive. Like what I want to spend in total for one singular keyboard would be 500 for keycaps, switches, kit, and if I need to buy stabilizers, then I'll buy stabilizers. 500 is like my limit. 2 Phillips screws. I'll probably need this. QK75. I don't know if they would do that, because wouldn't that compete with their Jelly Epoch? But I guess they don't plan on bringing the Jelly Epoch back into market. So maybe QK75 would make a lot of sense. Okay, once. So I just need to take it apart now, and it's a little bit tight. They said no to 75. It's a little bit scary taking this out. So aluminum plate. A little tight on the stabilizers, and look at that. Look at that lube. Why do we have extra lube there? Let me wipe that. That's gross. Okay, let me get my alcohol pads. Mode seems to send tons of popular keytubers as a type of marketing ploy. Mode hasn't sent me anything. 0 things. Maybe I'm just not good enough for him. That's probably it. So if I do get Mode, I need to buy Mode. I've thought about it. I thought about the Mode 80. I've been on the sales page multiple times. and I just haven't been able to like go through with it because it ends up being so expensive. That's way too much lube. Just clean all of that out. Oh, top plate, move that aside. Muffle mat number 2 probably has some lube on it too, if it was squishing out through the top plate. And PCB. So designed in Cambridge, UK. Very cool. Hot swap sockets, south facing, all that good stuff that you may want. But oh man, the lube on those stabilizers. I'm just gonna take those things off. Your Sonic config ended up being 650. You had to nope out. Every time I've gone on the mode store, I've noped out many times. The stabs are rally. The backspace and enter were okay. The spacebar needed help. Right shift and left shift also needed help. So much lube though. Like they look like they would be okay stabilizers. Maybe it's just the way they were tuned and lubed, over lubed. Here, I've got a paper towel. I'm prepared. 1. Number 2. They filled the housings with lube, but the wires are bone dry. Oh no. What's the point? Yeah, I also prefer to start from scratch. This cleaning off lube is so painful. It's painful, but I think I'm gonna do it. Oh, that's fine. Things just falling randomly by themselves. Like, it's okay if you don't want to mod your stabilizers on this. But once I build something, I never ever want to take it apart again. So I sort of need it to be good the first time, or else I'm done. This screwdriver I got from Micro Center. It's an iFixit toolkit. I don't know what it's called, but it comes in a case and it has all these bits in it, and I've been using it for pretty much everything. Teha stealing viewers. That's what Teha deserves, all the viewers. What's he building today? MVP. It's very useful. It's done so much for me. Like the WoW stick is nice, but you don't get as much control or versatility. Okay, I'm gonna clean off the nasty like lube stuff on the PCB. That's just not cool. I'm pretty sure it's safe with isopropyl. WoW stick noises. Yeah, WoW stick noises is probably the only winning the only winning thing about WoW stick. Okay, lube cleaned. Okay, so what should I do? Should I reuse novel key stabilizers or So I use my own, and I think these are Duroc, clear, super clear Duroc stabilizers. What should I do? Taya has a cat. I have two cats. Haven't worn headphones in forever. Don't forget you need a 7U. Is this not? Are you serious? I have a lot of 7U Everglide stabilizers. But maybe I only bought 6.525. It's the most common. So I guess we have to do novel key stabilizers because I do not have any 7U Durocs, which means there's a lot of cleaning action happening today. So here we are. Get more alcohol pads. And see how dry they really are. It's a lot of lube, none on the corner. 2 a.m. in Vietnam. My dad's in Vietnam right now. He actually made it there before April 30th, just in time to celebrate that big holiday. I don't know if it's possible to clean all the lube. So the lube inside the housing there, that's just gonna stay there. I don't think that's going anywhere. They're just there. The cats are both sleeping. Cleaning lube is torture. I agree. It's impossible. It is impossible. So no holy mod. But I will redo the wires. It's still super gross. Love Indy. She's so silly. She is silly. And no. Yes, she is super silly. She's sassy. Augie, he's still growing up, but he is like a cuddle bug. Super cuddle bug boy. But he's growing up. He's grown a lot. I flown recently, and on the plane I didn't have internet, so I did a lot. I made albums. Okay, spacebar is like dry. I made albums of the cats and of them growing up, and like he's really grown. He's grown super big. No, nothing will be worth more than the cats. Vet bills alone are pricey. How old are the cats? Augie is 7 months now, and Indy is 6. Cat food. Cat food's a really expensive part. They eat so much. And our dog, they all just eat so much. There's so much eating. So much eating, so much vets, so much everything. Toys. What do you use as a main keyboard? Right now, I'm using the Freebird. It's jank. Yes, if you were there for the Freebird stream, yeah, it was super jank, but I don't hate it. They did send, well, I don't have it yet, but they said they were gonna send the gummy O-ring. I don't have it yet though. So I'll have it soon. I took off the tape around the case, but the tape to mount the plate to the case is still in there, and it works fairly well. Like it works good. They're sending screws. Yeah, they're sending screws. They're sending the gummy O-ring. They said that whoever sent them out just didn't understand that they meant case screws and a big O-ring instead of those mini O-rings. So they assured me that that situation won't happen again. So right now I'm playing a lot of RuneScape, so I like need the function row, which I've never needed before. Like I would probably use this, the QK65 or the Zoom 65 if I didn't need that function row. Because they're both awesome boards. They're so different too. Like this one's really loud. The QK65 with all the foams, it's loud. The noise, like, it gets out. It reverberates around the entire house. But the Zoom is much more muted. Opinion on modes on it? I have none, because I have not used it. 75% exploded becomes love. The signature Owl Lab sound, it's so loud. I don't... Like, if you had to ask me which one I would use, it would be the Zoom 65. Because it's not as loud. But I know a lot of the community probably would really love this sound. It's just not for me, but it's all preference. It's all preference at the end of the day. Like cleaning stabilizers. Best keyboard for me is also 75. So we actually need two nice 75s because Jake also plays. He also plays RuneScape. He's the one that got me into RuneScape in the first place. I wouldn't even be in this mess, okay? You don't like loud keyboards. I didn't know I didn't like loud keyboards until I have a loud keyboard. And then I'm like, oh. Oh, so that's what that sounds like. This is still really hard to clean. Are you opposed to using a polycarb? No, I'm fine with polycarb. I don't like the look, I guess. I'm okay with the sound. I don't think I like the look of it. Thoughts on K8. I also have not used it. Have no thoughts. I think they've sent me one. But I'll be gone for a couple weeks. Videos will still be happening, but I will be on official vacation for a little bit. Haven't had vacation in a very, very, very long time, and I think my mental health needs it. It's been sort of tough. You like boards with acrylic butts? I'm gonna say no. I don't think I use RGB enough to appreciate it. No acrylic butts. It was quite affordable. That's awesome. Okay, last one. I have one more. Might as well use it anyways. Get clean stabilizers. It's the name of the game. Too bad the housings are dirty. Oh no, this wire's crooked. This wire's crooked. I have other 7U wires. I'm just gonna find a 7U wire. It's not worth it bending this back. Am I gonna holy mod? No, there's too much lube. There's still lube inside there, so I can't holy mod. And I don't like holy mod, so no holy mod. Vacation. Yeah, I just want to have a slow life. Not live the fast, like, work pressure life that I have right now. So let me get a 7U. This one's like super crooked, so I'm not going to use that one. I've returned. I've got what you call a 7U bar. And this one's fine. I have a ton of these because all the sets come with 6.25s and 7Us, and I only use the 6.25, so I'm left with like a million of these just laying around, and that's all that's in the bag, just these. Okay, I'm gonna redo this. What do you mean, where did I steal that from? I stole nothing. Where is the good stuff? Just refuses to open. Oh, that's why the other set was missing it. And my sets don't miss 7Us. They're like, I have so, okay, so you know how usually in your sets you get 5 of these and 2, you get 1 6.25 and 1 7U. I'm always using 3 of the small ones and then a 6.25. So all of my sets have a 7U and then 2 of these small ones, and that's it. They're just so incomplete, and it's a little annoying. Where's my brush? Brush. Durocs don't come with 7Us because I have a bunch of other stabilizers too. I don't only use Durocs. Every 3 years you can build another one of these. Nice. It's very rare that I use Durocs. I only use it for really special stuff. Or when I have it on hand. Which is also never. And then a lot of keyboards usually come with stabilizers. Like the QK65 came with stabilizers. The Freebird came with stabilizers. The Zoom came with their own stabilizers. Direct wires are meh. Alright, if you had to make a stabilizer tier list, what's S tier? What's at the top? Tell me. I need to know. TX. Alstat wires are more consistent. Macros ever come from Wish? No. I got all the Wish packages like a month ago. And that definitely never came, so it's not coming back. TX and C3. Apple keyboard. My internet was being ultra poo-poo 2 weeks ago, but I called them and they cleared the signal debris or whatever that was going on. It was a weird explanation. I'll use this stuff. They unpoo-pooed the internet. Yeah, they did something. The lady wouldn't explain to me exactly what they did, but they did something. They unplugged and plugged it back in. No. They're always making me do that. I did that a lot. They said there was like blockage in the signal and something. And apparently it just works now, so I believe them. Although it sounds like BS when you say, "Oh, there was just a blockage in your internet line." That's all. Like, what? That makes no sense. The funniest part when making the funnest part. It's when you don't mess up. Like me. The funnest part is probably the end. When you're done. That one's done. Let me just get rid of all these. Haha, the internet. A series of tubes that gets blocked. That's what they said. Didn't want to pry into it any further. It's just what they said. I need a trash bag. Trash bag acquired. Stabilizers, pretty relaxing stuff. Isn't that pretty? Maybe I'm losing my mind if I think a good amount of lube on a stabilizer is pretty. Beautiful, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad someone else knows how to appreciate properly lubed stabilizer wires such as I. You should go on vacation. I will. I plan on it. That's what I'm doing. I'm going on vacation. Snap beautiful. Why is this guy missing his housing? Am I missing a housing? Am I missing everything? I'm definitely missing a housing. This is not good. This is bad. This is bad. It could be in my trash pile. Okay, trash pile. Tell me I didn't lose it. Here. Ooh, got it. It's about to get real dangerous. You go slow and you're almost still messing up. Still messing up. I don't know how that happens. Look at me taking my sweet time. Right shift is also the one I use the most. Two. I use left shifts to game, but I use the right shift to type. What sites do you buy keyboard parts from? Okay, I found this really cool site and my Discord's been talking about it for a long time. It's called shopmech.com. So go check it out. Go check it out. It has like a list of all the available keyboards and a bunch of vendors. Sort of like an aggregator site, I guess, where they link you out. But it tells you things that are in stock, like switches and stabilizers and keyboard kits, and it's pretty cool. So I recommend. They themselves don't sell anything. They just link out. So I wonder if they're making affiliate commission or something. They've got to be making money somehow. Probably through affiliate commission, but they're offering a very useful service. PC part picker, but for keyboards. Yeah, it's very similar to that. Best way to contact me is always through email. But I'm super bogged down by things nowadays. So I tend to say no the majority of the time. So my stabilizers are done. I'm very proud of myself. It's awesome. I hope they sound good. And I didn't even use dielectric grease. So get rid of this bar. Get PCB back. Stabs are the most difficult thing to do. They're like finicky. I feel like stabs are one of those things where if you do them wrong or poorly, then it'll be such a headache because you have to take your entire keyboard apart and do it all over again. So I definitely take my time with them. Because if you have like a broken switch or something, you can just replace it. I mean, stabs is more annoying than lubing switches. I agree. Okay. His soldering USB port is actually hard. Really hard. Send me over some BDZ lube. See how I like it. Do you like it, Randy? I could buy it. I can buy it, Randy. It's so expensive. Is it better? Looking at your bank account is the hardest part about keyboard building. I definitely have some different problems. Alright, everything seems to be going really smoothly. It's thick and pasty, can be awkward to work with, but it's reliable. It's an excuse not to use 205. Is it thicker than dielectric? Artisan keycaps are works of art. So they are priced according to like level of skill, how much time it took to develop the skill, having the creativity to think about it. Do you have any other hobbies? I've been learning how to play guitar. I work out a lot, do a lot of fitness stuff, go on a lot of walks. I play RuneScape. I go to yoga. I like yoga. And then we haven't been rock climbing in a while because last time we went, we got COVID. And I don't want COVID, so I haven't been in a while. But maybe we'll do that again when it's not so terrible. Got a lot of freedom units? What do you mean freedom units? You can't tell which ones are stabilizers. Sounds like you have a lot of free time. I schedule my time very appropriately. How about that? A lot of my time is so here's what a normal day is. Wake up at 7-ish, drink coffee, walk the dog. Where are my stabilizer screws? Am I just getting something? Where are they? I walk the dog. We walk the dog. Jake and I walk the dog. We get back, we eat breakfast, and then usually we're working intense, efficiently working. It's not like the old job where you sit down at your table for, I don't know, 8 hours and you get nothing done. It's like I'm sending emails left and right. I'm streaming. I'm making content. I'm like negotiating brand. Like there's things that need to be done. So I have to go and do them. And that's usually like 6 hours of the day. And then by 3 p.m. we're usually working out and work's done by then. So yeah, work out, eat, go on a walk or a run, could walk the dog again, and then after that, it's usually like 7 by then. Then we're playing games, playing the guitar, doing whatever. Okay, stabilizers are done, and then weekends are like yoga and rock climbing. So I have weekends now, which is great. Used to not have weekends. Creating content is super draining, yeah. I'm super thankful that we have an editor. I'm super thankful Jake does a lot of the thumbnail stuff. There's still a lot of like stress that comes with content creation. Why do you refuse to go in? Just freaking go in. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of like anxiety stuff that needs attention. For 2 years we had no weekends. We were working so hard, we weren't doing weekends. And then I got burnt out so bad that I just wanted to quit. Like I wanted to just give up the whole thing. I don't care how much money I'm making. I don't care how much people like enjoy the content. I wanted to quit. Which one is it? This one? And after that, like that burnout period, we were like, okay, we need work-life balance. So we got a trainer, started working out, started going to yoga. I have a therapist. What else? I don't know, we just do more things nowadays to stay sane, because apparently staying sane is the hardest part of this game. If you stay sane, you can keep on going. If you lose your sanity, then that's pretty much it. Put this one in. And then put this one in. I've also tried to making the content more easy on myself too. Okay. I can finally get rid of the Phillips head. Goodbye, Phillips head. You're going back in. And say hello to whatever thingy-majiggy star-shaped head this is. Let's see. You're doing a custom build using a wooden case, PCB plus mounting plate kit. Novelty sells their own plates and PCBs for the 87 and 65, so I think you can buy those separately. And then I think KBD Fans does that too. Not everyone does that though. So what now? Now I mount it to the top where all the nice lock absorbers are at. Actually, before I do that, before we start doing something crazy like putting me back together, you have to make sure it sounds decent. You're on the non-sane side of things with work-life balance. I feel that. Like I know that feeling so well. I try really hard to avoid it, but there's a lot of things we can do to take care of yourself. Test this out again. Seasonal depression. It's more like... how do I explain this without coming off real weird? It's more like certain times of the year you make less money than you're usually used to making. So let's use an example. These are like totally fake numbers, by the way. Totally fake numbers. Let's say that you know, peak season of the year, summer all the way through Christmas, you're making 5K a month. You're making 5K a month, you feel good about yourself. You're like, heck yeah, I'm making money. And then Christmas is over, New Year's starts, and you're down to 2K a month. And then you're like, I'm making like no money. Like what am I doing wrong? So you instantly think, what am I doing wrong? But you're not doing anything wrong. It's just the seasons changed. All right, this is sounding way better. That is what you call success in modding stabilizers. Okay, take these out. Bleep on standby. Yeah, so like as soon as the New Year's hit, your money goes down and you're instantly assuming you did something wrong. And your views go down and you think you did something wrong. And the whole time you're just like blaming yourself and like doing like, make better content, make better content, and it gets to you. So I've also detached myself from the analytics quite a bit too. I've detached myself from the comments. Let me look at this. Okay, I'm I'm just gonna syringe a little bit in there. Yeah, when you put your heart and soul into a video and it doesn't do well, it's a dark place. It's a dark place. So that's also part of why I don't edit anymore. A lot of the things that I do, it's to stay sane. Almost everything, almost every decision is trying to stay sane. Because for a time, I really didn't enjoy what I was doing. Like, I like keyboards. I like building them. I like making videos about them. It's just, I didn't enjoy, like, what it does to you. What the whole content creation thing does to a person. Okay, stabilizers sound great. I'm glad I put in, how long has it been? I'm glad I put in an hour to mod stabilizers. But you don't like editing? I do like editing. I did really like editing, and even though we sucked at it so badly, I did enjoy like having that power to make what I wanted to make. It just, when you put that much hard work into something, you equate its performance to you, and when it doesn't do well, you think like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it is you. I don't know. It's hard to make sense of it. Like, you put everything into it. Like, it's your idea. It's your time on camera, filming it, editing, music choices, everything. And when it doesn't do well, it's like you didn't do well. Sort of like that. I don't know. Yeah, let's just put it back together. I like the way it sounds. I'm happy with it. Make sure everything's in the right place. And then I drop some screws. It looks nice. Yeah, I think, why aren't you going in? I like creating, and I like what I do. I like interacting with everybody. But there's also times when I don't need to interact with anybody. So, yep, best thing to do is make what you want to make and move on. '87 is from 87 keys in a TKL. So novel keys NK87. I'm pretty sure it just stands for novel keys 87. Not the most original naming of a keyboard, but also it fits their name perfectly. So maybe it's pretty good. Had to take a 2-year break because it's taxing. Recently got back with a different mindset and it feels a lot better. Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of mindset shifts. Just like being like, I'm okay if it doesn't do well. I'm okay if I made what I wanted and it doesn't do well. But yeah, I'm just building keyboards. Enjoying building keyboards. That's what I'm doing. At first, I was pretty skeptical of this. I had no idea how it would turn out, But now that the stabilizers have been tuned and everything, I like it. It's nice. You correlate doing good with you and doing bad with you. Yeah, exactly. Even though there's so much out of your control. So much. Alright, I missed one and that's it. Okay, here we go. I love how it's like this where it goes up, where if you flip it, your stabilizer, it's not just leaning on your stabilizers. It's a nice bonus. And then close it like this on the front side. NK87 is supposed to be a gateway to addiction. I sure hope not. So this build has a story. I'm not building it just because. A few months ago, I did a podcast with someone. I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to say their name, but all I'll say is that I did a podcast. And inside that podcast, we talked about, you know, how the keyboard thing happened and how I came into keyboard space, and they challenged me to build a keyboard for them that would be pretty calm, like a he said most calming keyboard, but I took it more as like a relaxing keyboard sounds. So rather than it being the most calm, I don't know if calming is the right way to describe a keyboard. This, not calm. This is stress. This is gonna be like a relaxing. It's gonna be relaxing to listen to it. Is it public? Not yet. I don't think so. We're not using silent. You think silent switches are relaxing? I mean, you do you. I'm choosing linears. Silent switches are stressful. You have to lube them to perfection to get them to sound good. Photo Kiwi, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. So is there an order that I should do this in? Silent switches are self-loathing. Silent switches are just not the play, but Randy loves them. That's okay, Randy. You're allowed to love them. It's gonna be the sound of waves hitting the sand every time you hit a key. Maybe I intend this to be a very relaxing keyboard. No Tempest mod, no PE foam, just the nice sound of lubed linears with nice PBT cherry profile keycaps. How do you feel about YouTube streaming versus Twitch streaming? I'm on the fence about it. Once again, I'm on the fence about it. In terms of the audience and the engagement and the community, I like Twitch better. In terms of like the actual eyeball, like the sheer amount of reach I could get on YouTube is like ginormous. But YouTube doesn't have a streaming community. So I'm just like, I just don't like that, you know? Like the main reason I moved to Twitch was less spam for one, less questions like, less just like spamming questions at me instead of like actually talking about what we're doing here or any kind of opinions. It was more like, hey, you, like, answer my question. This is more like, hey, I see that you're struggling. Did you notice that you lost those screws there when you opened the case? And I'm like, oh, thanks. Yeah, we just chill here. I used to stream on both. I used to multi-stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook all at the same time. And views were great. But because our final product is a YouTube video, the viewers that I get on a stream actually don't like, in terms of money and stuff, it doesn't make a gigantic difference. But my quality of life on Twitch is like 1,000,000 times better. It's just better. Better for my anxiety. Let's go with that. Speaking of anxiety, am I stressing you out with the order in which I place these switches? I have to stay here. I probably will stay on Twitch though. I like it. Until YouTube fixes their stream moderation tools and their whole live stream community thing over there, I probably won't be going back. I just don't think Keyboard Space has a big live stream community on YouTube. These are lavenders, yes. You prefer the streams here, nice. I think the chat over there was just wild. I would finish streaming and my eyes would just be like, ugh, I'm so tired from following it. So eventually I stopped following chat entirely. And then people got annoyed because I like ignored them. Even though I couldn't even pay attention to them. So it's a TKL, but you get this. You get this extra key to put whatever you want there. Could be an artisan, could be F13, could be I don't know if most keycap sets come with an F13, but you can have whatever you want there. YouTube chat be like tape mod. YouTube chat be like use every foam in the world. That one looks not right. I bent it. Can you put another keyboard there? No. Can't put another keyboard there. But you can put another switch there. I'm not used to aluminum plates. Like I can't feel when I've bent a switch or not. Keep you on it. It's to stay unpredictable. Okay, I'm unpredictable, you know, like where's it gonna go next? Where's it gonna go next? F5? No! It's going here. Slightly weird bottom row and F13 key. What a needy layout. It needs a keycap kit that is willing. Gotta be willing. Glad you're not a keyboard streamer. It's not a bad job. At least I don't know if I would call myself keyboard streamer. Probably. Keyboard streaming is the main way that I produce content. But the content exists in YouTube form. So it's confusing. Budget 40 to 50%. I have nothing. The only thing I know of is the plank and Prionic. But those are ortholinear too. Okay, 87 switches is significantly more than what I'm used to. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to go through. Cars here. They have their way of being extremely loud while going extremely slow. Alright, no more talk about weird lubricants. Don't want to lead anybody astray and see your off-topic discussion. Although, speaking of discussion, feel free to join the Discord server where there's lots of things going on. Lots of discussion about anything. By anything, I mean mostly keyboard stuff. Do it. Do it. LTT level segue. That's right. That's right. I'm getting better at the segues. Do I still stream on YouTube? I do not. Alright, Tamar Marinos, have a good night. Discord is dope. Yeah, it's lit in there. It's lit in there, okay? Join. It's rad. Yeah, I have a VR headsets. Yeah, I have a what's it called now? I was gonna say an Oculus Quest, but I guess it's called a Meta Quest now. I have a Meta Quest. I think it's 2. I think it's number 2. The only game I play is Beat Saber, just for exercise. For that extra cardio when it's raining or something. That's like the only time. It's called Meta. Ugh, weird. And let's plug it in. Make sure everything works. I sort of don't like that the USB's on the right side. Isn't that weird? Key tester. Test matrix. Via. There we go. Nice RG. No. A bent pin. How could this be? Not the bent pin. Gamer RGB. Yeah. Okay. No longer bent. Going back in. Really? I sort of remembered these switches having really flimsy legs. But dang, who would have expected it? Whoa, what the heck? What is that? What the heck? What's wrong with this keyboard? VIA is glitching? Let's see. I think VIA is glitching. There's definitely a few keys that are bent, but I think VIA was glitching. What the heck? Okay. Put some of these keys back in. Need to go back to VIA. Oh, stressful. Can't have the keyboard be broken. Alright, that is weird. Reset. Whoa, everything's like weird. Is there anything weird here? Try a different keyboard tester. I don't have a different keyboard tester. I have to download one. A web-based keyboard switch tester. Is this it? Let me check on this one. Okay, it works fine with this one. Okay, reset. Spacebar. Oh, VIA is glitching. No. What is that? Okay, I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Oh, that's... Actually, I don't. I think if you press a certain key on each row, it would like do that. The RGB is nice though, yeah. It's like if you press the numbers. Is the PCB touching the case? It can't be. It can't be touching the case. Because I have the silicone thing. No. Why would you do this? Curse. Okay, let's go look it up. Download VIA. It should have it. When the gamer's RGB? Why would it do this to me? Okay, so take it apart. Guess I need a new PCB. That's... I've gotta like go complain to Novel Keys on now because I actually paid for this thing. The screws be touching the stabs? I will look, but I did install it the exact same way that they told me to put it in. Take you apart. The stress is real. screw stabs too tight? I don't think so. I mean, it looks like a completely normal PCB. I don't think there's any trace issues. Sort of came like this. Yeah, it's hot swap. That's a good thing. I wonder why it's just this. It's just this one row that causes problems. Nothing else causes problems. I might just have to complain though. Well, that's a japoopy. No mods, nothing fancy. Just nope. Just says nope. Sad is right. Sad is right. I don't think they can find like a thing. I don't think it's a firmware thing. Which row connected to each key is causing it? Okay, I can plug it into V again. It's definitely just it's a number row. It's that row. You spent 2.5 hours. It's what happens. It's just what happens. It's this row. Yeah, so like the top row is fine. Everything in the top row is fine, and then everything else is like fine. And then only this row is the one that has problems. And it activates everything. It's not an effect. It's not an effect. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. So it's one row that causes all the problems. Well, I'm just gonna have to record a little bit. Sound test of the alphas? Yeah, I think we'll put the keycaps on of the alphas. Then I can do a typing test. And then I need to get my PCB replaced, it seems like. Try with a different cable. It's not the cable. My other keyboard works fine. Oh, I don't have to turn it around to close it. I can close it like this. And then I can take everything apart, and I don't even think they'll make me send it back. I hope they just send me a new PCB and like, oh, that's done. You're good. Soldering copper as a new trace. I don't even know what the problem is. Are there any other switches bent? I think so. So new test. We'll test everything except that row. So I won't press anything on that row. And then make sure all the switches work. Don't you hate it when there's actual quality problems? QC, why you do this to me? There's a broken trace. The consensus on left versus right. I like left. Probably need a magnifying glass. It's out of my scope. So as a normal consumer, I will just complain. Those two? Yeah, this one. Straighten you out. And then fix this one. Users shouldn't have to inspect traces. No, they should not. That's too advanced. Too advanced. Okay. And one more. Okay. Everything works now. Except that row. Actually, okay, cool. I don't know what F13 does. It's like, it's just here. And then the problem row will activate everything. But everything works. Everything works other than that. We still have the problem. I'm gonna put on the alphas and then later I'll complain. It works-ish. Oh, that means we can't we can't vote on the keycap set. I'm just gonna use this one then. Switches are Duroc Lavenders. Ooh, that space bar needs some foam. Wow, everything sounded awesome until you put it back in the case. Task failed successfully. I would say I've done my best. It's out of my scope now. And the best thing I can do is send them an email. Ending stream? Not yet. I'll do an alphas sound test. And then I will end. Sad life. I even did did my best to be slow. Things have just been... Stream was still good. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I'm just a little disappointed. I feel like my luck has been really bad lately. Even when we don't speedrun, we get the outcome of speedrun. It's not my fault. This is Canon Cap 0. I group buyed this a really long time ago. But Canon Caps has a lot of things that are in stock, so I do recommend them. What is wrong with this guy? QC has been pretty bad. When you build through holes, do you have to fix your own traces? Okay. An alpha sound test. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Could be better. Definitely needs some kind of like spacebar foam. Sounds sort of nice. Could use some work. Opinion of Cyberboard. I have one. I don't think they're worth buying. I was gonna make a video about it, but then it ended up being like too negative, so I'm just not gonna make the video about it. Plus it's already sold out. It like sold out really quickly, it seems like. Switches are my current favorite. I like lavenders a lot. And then I also like milky yellows. And I don't know. I like a lot of things. And those SP Star Meteor Whites that I used the other day, I like those a lot. Any progress on your own switches? No, not yet. No progress yet. How goes it? We're talking to manufacturers. Not exactly sure what we want yet, but I know it's gonna be a linear. That's about all I know. I think it'll be a linear. Hippo has his own stuff because he wants to. I think I'll have stuff eventually, but I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush to have stuff. Minimum budget to make a good keyboard, in my opinion, I think you need 200. Yeah, anywhere between 150 and 200. Would be a Franken switch, but recolored? No. It'd probably be a unique. It'll be unique. I don't know what it'll be. It'll be a nice linear. Probably long pole, nice bottom out sound. But other than that, I have no idea. Close this up. And then I'll take off switches. And I guess that's the end. How awkward. It's not the easiest thing taking out these switches either. Okay, it's something I'll just have to do in my own time as I'm complaining. Well, that was a little... what do you call it? Underwhelming? I would call it underwhelming. Everything about the keyboard was pretty cool. Awesome. Don't love that it didn't work. Still fun though, yeah. Only not fun part now is taking it apart. Tsumi, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate it. It's an entry-level keyboard. It's available right now. I'm a little sad that it didn't work, but I'm okay. Keyboard part was alright. Yeah, not what I expected either. So, yeah, I like talking. Talking's fun. So, I am off. Got a few things that I need to do. Gotta run a lot of errands before vacation and work out. And do all those things. So thank you so much for all the primes and subs and conversations and talking today. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you for the fun stream, fun conversation, and have a good day. You stream when you get the new PCB. It depends, I guess. It depends. I'm not sure yet. I might go for some different switches, different keycaps. We'll see. So yeah, take care everyone. I'll probably see you on Friday, and if not, I'll be gone for a few weeks. Then I'll be back. Goodbye. I guess we gotta do like Twitch things though. Okay, Twitch things. Who is streaming right now? There's Teha, and there's Stray Chroma, and whoever I click on, I still see an ad. Yes, Stray Chroma it is. We prepare to raid. All I see are ads. And we do it.